everything is dark,
Yes.
the darker the color,
Yeah.
that means the more it knows that that's there. The
Okay.
lines, if it sees it. If the
Okay.
lines are very light, that
Uh-huh.
means the sensors are not working too good. So you
Okay.
got to be more careful. It's better when it works. Right now you're not seeing anything.
Yeah.
But you know how it sees other cars pass by.
Mm-hmm.
And if it sees a bike, it's like a little bike.
Oh, okay.
You know. So it recognizes the type of car
Mm-hmm.
that passes by too. All right, where are we going now?
So we're in self-drive mode right now. Wow, that's super cool.
Now I didn't tell the car that you're going on the freeway, so the
Uh-huh.
car doesn't know that. So I have to help it right now. But
Okay.
but if I put the directions in,
Right.
then it would have gone that way.
Okay.
Just to go faster. And then when it's over there, I'll put it in again. So right now, this is a good opportunity.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna put it in driving, and then I want to get in the left lane. So I'm just gonna tell it I want it to go.
So
And
you're
then
just like.
I just told it. I put the blinker on, but the car's gonna do the move.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So the only reason the car doesn't do it by itself is because it doesn't know where we want to go. We have to
Okay.
tell it where we want to go. So if I tell it that I want to go to PayPal,
Uh-huh.
I have it in my destination. Now
Wow.
it's gonna now put it navigate. So now it knows where it's going.
Uh-huh.
So now it's going to make the exits that it needs to go where it wants to go.
Right.
And actually, you are going in the same place. So it's not big. So we'll see if it gets off the street. This guy wants to merge.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is he gonna merge? He wants to, so we need to go ahead. See, this is the problem. The computer doesn't see that he was
Yeah.
blinking.
Right.
He might want to turn. And a respectful driver would move or go ahead. So he wants to go. So we need to be helpful.
Okay.
Because the
So.
computer doesn't understand. That's what the computer's still learning.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't notice that the car was blinking.
Right. Right.
And that's important because the car needs to go ahead or pull
Uh-huh.
back. And
Okay.
it didn't know. So it's still learning. Got off the freeway by itself.
Wow. Still self-driving mode.
Mhm. It even made the blinker right now to tell the person behind us that we're gonna go left, not right.
Wow.
That was nice, huh?
It's super nice.
This is gonna be hard. This is a hard one. Let's see if we can do it.
Oh, because you need to merge with.
It needs to merge.
Right.
It's a
And
hard
there's a
one.
car
Oh, can't do it.
behind us.
Ugh, didn't do it. That's a fail. The car knew it had to turn, but it got nervous because of the car behind it, and it
Right.
asked me to take over.
Oh, okay.
So, it's still learning,
Yeah.
But it wanted to do it.
That's super cool.
And actually, this is old software. So
Really?
the new software is not available yet, but the new software, they say is better, and it already knows how to do that better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why they say a little bit more time.
Right, right. It's already like very amazing because they already have mature product like that.
That's a pretty good. Like I think it's already pretty good.
Yeah.
It just needs it needs more practice, and that's why this part right here, all of this is recorded and sent back to Tesla. So every time I go on a road, they get that feedback. Everybody who's been on that same road, who had Autopilot on, is sending back data. So then it making so my car's learning by itself.
Right.
But then it's also learning from other cars.
Okay. Yeah, because like they need lots of data set to train the model.
Mm-hmm. Because it learns on a very like primitive way.
Right.
They say that it learns literally just from collecting more data.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of it's like showing a kid a flashcard. You know, you have to show it the apple over and over and over. Eventually, knows apple.
Right.
I'm actually surprised that it did the light thing, because the light thing doesn't happen. You know, you saw when it stopped at the light a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of times it doesn't do that. It just makes a big noise.
Yeah.
So I'm actually surprised that it read the light. It's not supposed to do that.
Yeah, cause like that light, it just stopped by itself. It stopped like it.
Enough before the light went on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I didn't break it at all. And I don't test it at all, because especially with people in the car.
Right.
With me, when I'm driving by myself, I always push it a little further. But when someone else is in the car, I try not to let it go too far, because I don't want me to get in an accident.
Right.
You know, and then I'm in the news. Uber driver messes up Tesla. You know.
Uber driver with Tesla. Oh my god.
I know, and then I get in trouble. So, but yeah. But you see, like, it sees the trucks and everything, the sensors. Yeah, really good.
Right. And it hides the sensor. The problem is, I see the other self-driving car. They have lots of sensors.
They have lots of sensors.
Yeah, on top of it.
Well, they have one on top. That one's called LiDAR.
Okay.
That's a really good sensor, but Tesla doesn't have that one.
Okay.
Because that one does another thing that's really interesting. It actually has, like, it can see even this corner, I can't see it.
Right.
It can see past all of this.
Wow.
And because it's sending out a signal or something like that, I forget exactly. LiDAR is very good, but it's really expensive.
Right.
It's the one you see on top. It's spinning.
Oh, like Waymo.
Yeah, like Waymo. That a lot of the companies that are using self-driving are using LiDAR. And because it's very effective. But Tesla feels like it's like giving training wheels. Because if you give the car, if you give it LiDAR, then it's not learning. You're just telling it what to do.
Just it's detecting.
It's like a hack almost. It's not. Yeah, this is forcing the people who are creating the car. This is forcing them to teach this car how to drive by itself. So that if let's say that we were in a situation where all the lights went out.
Okay.
All the lights went out, and it was just the cars.
Oh, okay.
The cars have learned enough how to drive that they would know what the right things are to do in a situation like that. Whereas a car like that, they have their hand on the steering wheel so much that the cars don't know how to do anything if anything goes wrong.
Oh, okay.
That's why people say that Tesla is so advanced, because even though Waymo, those cars drive 100% on the streets, 100%. They make the turns, they do the things, they stop in front of the human, they do 100%. If you put Tesla's software right now against that car, of course, on their streets, they would win. But you put that car on a random street against Tesla, Tesla gonna win. You know?
Wow.
Because Tesla's is a smarter car.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm gonna miss your exit. See all the way up there.
Wow. So people even don't need a driver license in future.
What's up?
People even don't need a driver license in future.
You know, Elon Musk, he said, forget about that. He thinks it's going to be illegal for humans to drive, because he thinks that the driverless cars are going to be so good that it would be stupid to allow a human to drive. You know what I mean? It'd be like it'd be like saying, "Hey, you drive the plane." You know? It's like, you don't know how to drive a plane. You know. So, and actually, that's where autopilot. You know the word autopilot?
Yeah.
It comes from aircrafts.
Yeah.
Because aircrafts actually, currently, if you go and fly a plane, they fly by themselves. The computers fly the planes.
Right.
The pilots are there to make sure everything goes right. Pick up. You're familiar with this. Very familiar. So, what's that?
A little bit.
I bet you more than you know. I think you know a lot more than I do.
No.
I believe it. It's always the quiet ones. So, are you gonna get a Tesla?
I hope if I'm rich enough.
No, you don't have to be. They're very cheap right now.
What? I think
Yeah.
it's like 60,000.
No. You can get a used one, a Model S,
Yes.
for under 30,000.
What?
Oh yeah. So go. You can. I'm gonna buy a second one. I'm gonna buy another one. You can. They're not expensive anymore. A lot of they've been subsidized by richer people already. No, yeah, you can. I'm gonna buy a Model S for 30,000, and the Model S, the older ones do everything this one does. Yeah, no, actually even the older ones even have other features. The S's have features that this one doesn't have. It has a suspension lift. It has the open window.
Okay.